everyone, what's going on? You're welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, we are going to take a step back from our usual content from research skills, productivity to talk on something equally important, and that's funding opportunity for you as a student to travel the world for free. Without any further ado, let's get started. As a student, attending conferences is an essential part of your career. It gives you the opportunity to present your research, network with peers, and learn about the latest development in your field. But attending conferences can be super expensive, especially if you're traveling overseas. That's why I'm very excited to talk to you in this video how you can access travel grant to attend any conferences and help you cover your expenses. Certainly, there are several types of travel grants available for students. Some are offered by universities, government organizations, or conference organizers. So in this video, I'll be talking to you how you can access a non-very common travel grant. This travel grant is not very common, but it supports students to attend conferences fully funded wherever you are in any part of the world. So let's get started. The travel grant we'll be talking about in this video is sponsored by the Company of Biologists. The Company of Biologists is a private publishing firm that is they publish journal articles on the area of biology, infectious disease, as well as health-related field. So if your research area does not fall within these three themes, you are probably not fit for this travel grant. We'll be talking about more travel grants and opportunities in the coming days, but this video is specifically for students who are working on the area of biology, infectious disease, and health-related field. So let's go and learn more about this travel grant. Let's see how we can learn more about this travel grant. You could see this is just a little information about the DMM conference travel grants. And interestingly, the Company of Biology does not only offer travel grants, they also support students to attend fellowship for students to attend courses or exchange. Maybe you want to visit a lab to learn more on how to make use of a tool or any other things. This company also offers you the opportunity, and we're going to see that momentarily. So this is the DMM conference travel grant. You could see they say a maximum funding is set at £400 within the home country and £600 for meeting overseas. So if you're attending a conference within your locality, that is within your country, the maximum amount you can apply for is £400, which is even more than enough. It's more enough for all your costs. But if you're traveling overseas, the maximum is £600. This can also be depending on the destination you're going, but this is averagely able to cover all your costs from travel costs to and fro, your conference registration, as well as your visa and accommodation. So you could read more about this. I'll be dropping the link in the description. Check the description below and click on the link straight away. So let's see how we can. Another essential thing about this travel grant is that it offers multiple deadlines. You can apply for these travel grants across depending on the conference you are attending. You can apply at any times throughout the year. You could see the closest deadline for now is March. So this is already gone. Another deadline which is nearby is June. We also have September and we have November. So if you are applying for this travel grant, that means that the travel you are embarking on must be after July. That is, the conference you'll be attending must be after 24th of July. So you could just read this on your own and see if you are very fit for this travel grant. This travel grant is only for students working on the theme related to the journal published by this company. So let's learn more about the theme of this journal to see if you are fit for it or not. So to know if your research area is within the theme of this journal, let's see. So click on more frequently asked question. All right, I'm looking at where, okay, this is it. Areas of research covered by the journals. That is, if your research is within the theme of the research being published by this journal, you are welcome to apply. But if it's not, your chance of being selected is very, very, very low. So these are the areas of research being published by this journal. You could see infectious disease. Maybe you're working on malaria, you're working on any infectious disease, toxicology, stem cells, developmental biology, and other health and clinical related field. So you are very much welcome to apply. If you're in biomedical science, you are medical students, or you're a biology student, and more. Just check in to see if your research area fits into this team. Once you are sure that your research area fits into this team, then you should start your application. So let me take you to how you can apply for this grant. Click on apply button here. So the very first thing you need to do is to create an account. Click on create an account here. So you fill in your details. So I'll be skipping this part and also fill in my details. And another thing that is very essential is that for you to apply for this grant, you must use institutional email only. That is email from your institution. If your institution doesn't give students email, then that's a very huge barrier. You can't use your personal email, your Gmail account, your Yahoo email, your Outlook email. You have to use an institutional email only. But interestingly, when I register on this portal with my personal email address, that is the Gmail, it went well. But likely when the funding decision is about to be made, it can affect your chance. However, I won't discourage you not to apply with your personal email address if probably you don't have access to an institutional email only. So just fill in your details and click on submit, and check your inbox for an email containing your default password, and you log in with your email with that default password, and you'll be prompted to change in your password into a new one. Once you are done, then you have a new screen where we'll be talking about the grant. I'll also be logging into my account now. Yeah, once you log in, this is the screen you'll be having. You could see this is your portal for managing your application. And here is different grants being offered by the company of biologists. We have different grants. We have the scientific meeting grant, small meeting grant, traveling fellowship, DMM conference travel grant. We'll be talking more about these two in this video. We have the traveling fellowship. That is, this journal or this company offers students a fellowship of about £3,000, which is very huge. £3,000 to graduate students and postdoctoral researchers to make a collaborative visit to other laboratories. So this is very, very interesting. Maybe you are working your institution, you don't have access to some tools, or there's barrier to some knowledge acquisition. You can also make collaboration with other professors or other lab in other countries. Then you write to them, you want to come on a visit. So far you have your funding, you are likely to be accepted into the lab. And one way you can access funding for that travel pursuit is by applying to this traveling fellowship. So this is just a more of a fellowship. It gives you access to visit other laboratories, to visit other institutions, to learn more about any state of art laboratories, or learn more about any research areas you are working on. But again, your research must be within the theme of the journal. That is the Development Journal of Cell Science, Journal of Experimental Biology, and Disease Models and Mechanism. As we've seen in the previous very recently, that all the themes of this journal publication. If your research area fits in well, don't hesitate to give it a try by applying to the traveling fellowship. But it also has its own requirement so we won't go in depth into this. You can just create a new application and you are going to you should make a work to work to see the requirement for this fellowship. But here we'll be talking about the DMM conference travel grant. This is travel grant to help you attend any conference for free. You'll be funded. You are going to be provided with funding of £400 if you are attending a conference within your locality and £600 if you are traveling overseas. So just click on create new application. Here is it. The first part of the application is the applicant or organizer information. Fill in your home address. These are just your details, your institution, your address, your country, your status, year and month PhD awarded or expected. So when you commence your PhD or when you are when you are going to graduate. So just put in your details. So another tab is your home lab details. It's about the lab, your supervisor, that is the lab you're working on. Your institution, just write your institution and the lab name. Your lab name can just be the name of the last name of your supervisor and the lab. Maybe Ajagbe lab or Tunde lab. Just put in that your lab address, your city, country, and zip code. That's pretty easier to fill. And here is the meeting detail. This is about the meeting you are attending. That is the conference you are attending. Your area of research. So you want to ensure that the area of research will be inserting here is what that fits well to the theme of the research of the journals published by the company of biologists. So it can be infectious disease, and you can go more specific to write a particular infectious disease you're working on: malaria, neglected tropical disease, gastrointestinal disease, and other. So categories of funding, which why are you seeking funding? That is, what do you want to use the funding for? Is it for conference or meeting, for workshop, practical course? So expectedly we are applying for conference or meeting. You click on the name of the you insert or type in the name of the meeting you are attending. Maybe maybe Association of American Cell Society or Public Health and Pathology Society of American. Just put in the workshop or the name you are of the conference you are going. Then this the country where the conference or the workshop will be holding, the date of the conference, and as well as when it commence and when it concludes. Most conferences is usually within the range of 3 days. Put in the dates of commencement and when it will end, and also the meeting or workshop website link. Expectedly, the conference organizer must have a website. Put in the website. And here is funding information. So here they are asking you for estimates, not actually a exact amount, because they also expect that things can change, particularly with regards to travel costs. So registration fee, this is standing. This is very specific. A conference will have a specific registration fee for students when you are registering early or late. So you put in the fee there, and you should also ensure that you convert all currencies or all the fee into pounds, into Great Britain pounds. So if the conference is fee, or if the registration fee for the conference is in dollar by the conference organizer, you should ensure you convert it. Your travel cost, this is your travel cost, that is your air flight fee to and fro. You put it, your accommodation costs and others. So under this order is your travel, your visa application. If you are traveling to overseas and it requires that you apply for a visa, then you need to put in the cost. So just click on this open, then you fill in all this. So other important information is the funding amount requested. So this is the estimate. The total cost you put in here, just put it here as well. So they are asking you, do you have any other source that you can also seek funding from? Maybe yourself, your university, maybe the funding you apply to cannot be, it's not enough for you. You can also seek funding from external source. So they're asking if you don't have any external source you are seeking funding from, you can just click on yourself, just click on self. So you also need to spend on yourself, maybe for feeding and others. So they're asking you, will you be presenting a poster or talk? So there's high likelihood, there's high preference for people who be presenting to those who will not be presenting. Maybe you are presenting, or you are just making a poster. You are presenting a poster. You are talking. That is, you are making you are talking to you are presenting your slides, or you are just presenting a poster, depending on anyone you applied for. So you want to ensure that the conference you are going to, you are also participating in the conference by presenting your poster or a talk. However, if you are not presenting anything, you don't need to be to feel discouraged about applying. Apply. You need to state strongly in your essay, which is part of the supporting document for this conference, why you are attending. And also, they're asking you, have you applied to this travel grant before? How do you hear about this? Social media, or you just click on others? If you hear about this application to Atlanta Research Academy YouTube channel, you want to ensure that you put that. Just put that YouTube channel from our YouTube channel. And the last part is supporting document. So this is a very essential part of the application. These are documents they will use to grade your application, to make a decision. And this one is proposal outline why you should be awarded the grant. This is just is an essay, not really a proposal. So they're asking you, why are you attending? So you want to answer this question in that essay or in that proposal, why you need to attend what's the importance of the conference to your career, or to you achieving a goal? Why are you attending? Is there any benefits of you attending? So you are writing, what you are writing in which sense is a motivation letter. You are writing about your motivation in applying for these grants and why you should be considered. And also another thing you can also add is lack of funding. Maybe you don't have opportunity for funding in your school and other sources. These are part of what you need to put. An abstract. So if you are attending the meeting, if you are presenting in the meeting, you surely submit an abstract to the conference organizer. You also need to upload that. This is a recommendation letter from your supervisor or your head of department. So just upload that. If it's a PI, you will be uploading a letter of support from your supervisor, not head of department. Head of department is for this subset of applicants, that is the group leaders and PI. So another is your curriculum vitae. Just upload 2 pages. The most essential part is you outlining your research experience, at the same time the publication you've had. And that's all about these grants. The travel grant is welcoming. You can apply to it, try your luck, and see if everything goes well. That's all for this video. I hope you find this video helpful. If it is, consider subscribing to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends and colleagues. And as always, stay tuned for more videos on tips and tricks to make you work easier and achieve more in academia, as well as funding opportunities to travel the world. See you in the next video.